This particular job is a multi-colour job. We've got CMYK and some spot colours, one of which is the red colour in the background. The customer wanted to trap the three images into the background because they're CMYK. The problem is the images have got a soft edge. It's like an intermittent white key line, some anti-aliasing seems to have been applied. And the customer wanted to see how we actually work in MaxPro when we come to handling these kind of Contone images. So this movie is an introduction into Contone trapping in MaxPro. In MaxPro we have the facility to mask areas which protect areas, and we've got a tool which allows us to unmask areas that we want to actually work in, and that's what we're doing here. The next thing we're going to do is use a pen tool, and we're going to select a rough area which includes the objects that we want to trap. Once that area has been selected, we're going to go into our selection mask tool, and in here we can define a colour or multi-colours and a tonal area that we want to use as the mask colour. So we've chosen cyan from 1% to 100, and what the software is doing, it's identifying where 1 to 100 of cyan is on the area we've selected, and it's going to mask them. Now there's some areas here which are still white, and the reason they're still white is because there was no cyan in those areas, but we can use the pen tool to come back in and make adjustments to those areas and just select those and press update, and the mask is updated. So our three areas that we want to trap are now isolated. What we want to do now is define the trap area, and we've got a facility here where we can choose a trap area outside, a trap area inside, or a combination of the two, taking some information from the outside, inside, or vice versa. So what we're going to do, we're going to take 0.02 from the outside and use that as our trap area and bring that in 0.4. Now, 0.42 might sound like a lot for a trap, but if you bear with me, you'll see what's going to happen next. So we defined our trap area. What we're going to do now is come into our Contone spread function and select our background red colour, because in this instance the customer wanted the red to be the colour to trap in. He didn't want the 4 colour images to get bigger. So what we're going to do is select the red, we're going to give it a value of 0.42, we're going to ask it to use the selection mask area, but we're also going to ask it to blend down to 3%. So that 0.42 area, while it might sound a lot for a trap, when you're actually doing a blended trap, it's not. So we press apply, it's analysing the red, it's going to pull it in underneath all of the Contone images, and it's going to vignette gradate down to 3%. So the smallest area is going to be 3%, and it's going to give us a very nice blended trap. Okay, so that's been applied. What we're going to do now is we're going to zoom in, and you can see there, hopefully on the video, that the trap's been applied. And if we turn off all colours and just leave our Pantone red background colour on, you can see there's a soft edge which has been applied. And if we use our picker tool, we can actually go in and starting at 100, if you keep an eye on this Pantone red colour, as we pick through the gradation, you can see that the smallest tint area is 3%, as we defined in the Contone trap. You can see in close up there how that trap is, how it's vignetting in. That's trapped. That's what the customer wanted. It's got a nice vignetted trap. It's addressing the misregistration area, and it's provided a nice soft edge trap. That's an introduction to Contone trapping in MaxPro.